Across the street from where I live in Los Angeles, California, is a place called the Brea Tar Pits, which was trapping animals in it until around 10,000 years ago. There they found the bones of thousands of saber-toothed tigers, mammoths, and dozens of other species, as well as a few footprints of early natives in the region. It's interesting to think about what was happening near my home 10,000 years ago. When I think of older civilizations in the world, I think of the Mayan temples in Mexico, which are more than 2,000 years old, or the pyramids in Egypt, which are around 4,500 years old. But I never would have thought I'd be visiting a place with a history of more than 10,000 years. And then, I was introduced to Matera. Matera is a historic city in southern Italy, a city which boasts the claim of the third oldest continuously lived-in city in the world. Since the Paleolithic times, basically the Stone Age, for over 10,000 years, someone has lived here in Matera. This just blows my mind. 10,000 years ago was at the end of the last ice age. This is prehistory. This was when the first people were arriving in Ireland, or when agriculture was first being developed in China. And someone has lived here, in what is now Matera, since that time. People first settled here in the caves. The caves became more complex homes and cathedrals, and eventually the city grew into a sprawling metropolis that has outlived hundreds of wars, plagues, famines, and is today a still growing and thriving city. A dozen different cultures and people have laid claim to the area over the last few thousand years. It had a period where it was referred to as the shame of Italy, as many of its inhabitants were extremely poor, destitute, and abandoned. But like the rest of its history, the city was revived and has become a center of art and culture, even recently being visited by the Pope. So why have I never heard of this place before? Probably because I never looked into it. I didn't even know a place like this even existed. I've been too busy with work and expanding my business and worrying about the bills and my car and TV, and well, I hadn't made time to learn about anything else. Or to grow and expand my horizons, my knowledge, my awe at the world that's within my reach, if I only knew it was there. This makes me wonder what else is out there waiting to be discovered. What other city or mountain or work of art is out there known only to those who venture away from their home, their TV, only to find themselves in a place that others have known about for 10,000 years? It took me a while, but I'm glad that I finally stopped waiting and found a reason to go, to be amongst a new group of people and live to the fullest. If you're interested in visiting Matera, and quite frankly, you really should go, there are a lot of wonderful hotels in the area, and even a few places to stay in the old city itself. Bring a good pair of shoes for walking so you can reach the lovely wine bar at the top of the hill where there's a church carved out of the stone. There are plenty of great restaurants with local food offerings, knick-knack shops, and churches to see. But whatever you do, please take time to search the old streets. Wander down an alley and behind the shops, where you'll find artisans making pottery or paintings that you won't find anywhere else. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next episode of 10 Minute Travels.